Hello everybody, this is Ketosis Trading. I want to do a quick overview and a run through of the equity indices in light of what's going on. We are definitely at points of inflection. Definitely the market sentiment is bearish and leading towards more downside, but we are at critical points on a lot of key indicators. So right now I've got a very simple chart in front of us. It's daily on the S&P 500 mini futures, and we just got a simple 200-day moving average that we're looking at. So if you can see on the chart, basically we are at a critical point. If we break from there and we have a couple of days where we trade below the 200-day moving average, it's a confirmation of a bearish sign and a bearish signal. You can see here we poked our head below it, but we bounced. So we need to see a couple of days trading below the 200-day moving average to really confirm a bearish signal. But we are on a critical point there on the S&P 500. And the same chart is in the cash index. So I won't bring that up. Now I'll flick across to what I consider to be one of the critical indices within the S&P 500 and the broader market, which is the financials. So if we have a look at the XLF, you can see it too is on a point of very critical support. If this 1130 really breaks and we have closed below 1130, then I think that we could well see the broader market sell off further. You can see that we've had a couple of days under the 200-day moving average, which is 1175 on the financials, so that's bearish. But we're sitting on points here where we closed yesterday that would say key points of support. So you can see there we touched it and we bounced. There we touched it and bounced. So the question is, will we bounce from here? So that's a very critical point, and that can weigh on the market. Okay, so now let's just flick across to the Dow. So here we are, we've got the Dow mini futures. You see there it's had a couple of days where it's traded below the 200-day moving average, so the Dow looks bearish there. Let's punch up the transports. All the transports. Okay, you see there we're trading below the 200-day moving average. Negative market leader in the Dow theory. Okay, so I'm going to look at the Nasdaq. See, the Nasdaq is not. It's got a way to go, so some would say that possibly more downside on the Nasdaq, given the fact that it's traded higher above its 200-day moving average. But right now it's on a critical point, which is the 1400. If the 1400 mark doesn't play out, doesn't hold, then you would say that if that breaks, then there's more downside there for the Nasdaq as well. So all in all, you can see that the Nasdaq is probably a little bit ahead of the rest of the market. If it can hold the 1400 level, then that may boost the market. But generally speaking, market sentiment is negative, leading towards the bearish side. And if we spend a couple of days below the 200-day moving average on the S&P, that will confirm it. And basically it is a point of holding on, just seeing if these markets are going to break from these inflection points. So now let's just flick across to the ES on a smaller time frame. Okay, so we've got the S&P on a 15-minute chart. Actually, I'm going to change that to a 60-minute chart, just so it's a little simpler. expand it out a bit, and show you that in the overnight session we rallied up to almost the pivot point, which is 88350. Couldn't get through it. That bodes with 882 level, which was the low 2 days ago. So if we can't get above 882, then I would take that as a rejection, and that it could be quite negative for the markets and will weigh on them. But if we can manage to poke ahead above 882 and get through that low from 2 days ago, then there could be some upside, given the fact that we've had some very negative days the past 3 sessions. So if we can get above 882 intraday, that's a positive, but overall I think the general theme is to the downside, and the broader picture is definitely telling us that we are at inflection points and points where we need to see and get confirmation as to the general direction. So I hope that helps. Stick to your stops until the next update.